Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I better go get her. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Pollard again. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Prescott now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On third down, it's Prescott. Being chased. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return will stop right around the 25.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Ready?
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Clark. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
He'll buy some time right. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and when we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they've picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Prescott off play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We're scoreless after 1. Dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 56 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Williams. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Here we go.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Clark. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The 30. 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Pollard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Pollard again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well,
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that's reestablished some confidence in him to run this offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They go back to Pollard on second down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Some people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give here to Pollard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Play action now. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 39, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Clark to throw. Looking to throw on second down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
That's good. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick six in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. At
had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
Here's Clark on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
8 yards to go on second down. Now Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
70.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And some room to run now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. That one 28 yards on the ground. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this. His resilience face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing. Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And this is going to be intercepted. 22-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Second and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Clark. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Lions 21.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand-new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter, getting down to the good stuff. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Prescott. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On play action, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Toss left to Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
69 yards on the ground for him so far.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Cowboys, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Banks.